He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history.
It's the Falcons and the Raiders next on EA Sports.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers. The hope that was sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Well, hold everything, because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is fielded at the 27.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, hey, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. But that's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage. The defense, but you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you heard.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. It brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
They'll get it inside the 20. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Hurts.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop all right around
brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders turnover and opening touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Hunter Renfro who capped things off with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs. But still, a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system. But still, a nice spot to be in.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On play action, they'll throw. That's brought in downfield by London. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season. That is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. He'll look to throw. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Raiders have recovered.
Can we get some forensics done here? Because I need to figure out.
What on that ball?
Yeah, on the ball, on the guys carrying the ball, what's going on? Back-to-back drives, back-to-back fumbles. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you're coming out here to play in the NFL.
I don't think the coaching staff thinks it makes a whole lot of sense either.
No, maybe there'll be changes, but if nothing else, there will be a few stern talking tos, that's for sure.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Nifty move, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
The left side throw complete to Adams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in play, Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 14-0. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Falcons at 12-4 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
7 yards there and a first down.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
The more and more that we broadcast games, the more I realize how much this game is about the eyes. And in this case, they got fooled because the defense was checking out the eyes of the back, thinking he was getting the ball. Should have been looking at the QB, shouldn't they?
Well, a bit of a surprise indeed, and he was able to get forward for that 1 yard. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Hurts. Caught outright by Renfro. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at about the 14. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this from 33. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Very short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Time to get another look at Drake London and the Falcons offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. A 3rd and long. You knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hurts. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Completes it to the fullback Ham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone. Yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hurts. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him, reeling it in on the out route. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I can see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Hurts, an 8-yard touchdown run. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Atlanta regains possession of the football. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And the Raiders have got him.
Max Crosby coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very...
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
The 71 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Hurts.
And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll look to throw on third and goal.
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter. off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense and made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Falcons now.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down.
This pass is caught by London.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And he stopped immediately there. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy. But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, knock the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more. In the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together. Now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.